Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're diving into something pretty interesting, the Honda Prelude Hybrid's comeback. Specifically, its surprising sales success.
Yeah, it's kind of wild because that reality, the sales numbers, clashes so hard with these really extreme performance fantasies we're seeing online.
Exactly. So, Honda brings back the Prelude name for 2026, right? But the car itself is, well, pretty reserved. Front-wheel drive, hybrid efficiency focused.
Not exactly a fire breather by design.
Not at all. But the sales since launch, they're kind of staggering. So our mission today is to unpack this, understand why it's selling so well.
And then hold that up against the, let's call it the dream prelude, the internet immediately cooked up.
Right. Because here's the puzzle. Honda set a really conservative target. We're talking like 300 units. That was their goal.
Tiny, almost like a pilot program number.
Exactly. But the rumors now, over 2,400 orders in less than a month.
That's, what, an 800% overshoot? That's not just exceeding expectations, it's blowing them away. Okay, so yeah, let's definitely unpack this.
Okay, so to really get why this is such a big deal for Honda, we need a little context on how they've been doing lately.
Yeah, the timing is pretty crucial here. American Honda's overall performance sets the stage.
So, looking at their Q3 results, they sold almost 359,000 vehicles. Sounds like a lot, but...
It's actually down 2% compared to last year's Q3. So there's a bit of softness there.
And while the year-to-date numbers look a bit better, up nearly 4% overall, hitting almost 1.1 million vehicles.
You dig into the brands and you see the pressure. Acura was down, what, 6.7% in Q3?
Yeah, and the main Honda brand itself dipped 1.5%.
So it really highlights how much they're relying on fresh metal, on new models to keep things moving forward.
You really see that play out. Like the brand new Passport, sales shot up 75%. Huge jump.
Right. But then you look at an older, established name like the Accord.
Down at least 12%. Ouch.
So it paints a picture, right? When Honda was planning this Prelude hybrid, seeing those numbers, they probably thought, okay, let's play it safe.
Totally. Nostalgia nameplate, yeah, but in a market that's maybe cooling a bit and focusing on efficiency.
Aiming for just 300 units. That screams low-risk strategy. They likely use their standard, very reliable two-motor hybrid system. Great for smoothness, great for MPG.
Not so much for tire smoke.
Exactly. Which just makes those 2,400 orders even more, well, shocking.
So the question is, what are they actually selling here? Is it just the name, the nostalgia, or is the market saying, hey, we actually need a car like this right now?
I think it's got to be a mix of both. Clearly, there's huge pent-up demand for the Prelude name. People remember it fondly.
Sure.
But maybe more importantly, think about it. What other affordable, compact 2+2 coupes are really out there right now?
Yeah. Not many. Crickets, almost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's filling a niche, a gap that most other car makers just walked away from years ago. People want something stylish, reliable, something they can afford to run every day.
Even if it's a hybrid. Maybe because it's a hybrid.
Could be. It makes the fun car idea practical again.
Okay, so the production car is a numbers success. Practicality, nostalgia, filling a void. Got it.
Right. But then you pivot to the digital world, the world of renders and CGI.
The parallel universe of car design. And this, I think, shows the other side of the coin, the hidden desire.
Absolutely. Because what happens when a car maker brings back a beloved name, but plays it safe?
The internet immediately imagines the version they really wanted.
Bingo. And if Honda had maybe paid a bit more attention, that initial online reaction, that explosion of enthusiasm for just the idea of a new Prelude?
They might not have been quite so surprised by 2,400 orders.
Maybe not. It shows the passion is there even if the first product doesn't fully tap into it.
Okay, this is where it gets really fun because the actual Prelude, it's subtle, pretty design, but understated.
Very clean. Very Honda.
But the moment it appeared, boom, digital artists went to town. And we're looking specifically at this amazing work by Evrim Ozgun. He's a Turkish virtual automotive designer.
Oh yeah, his stuff is incredible. And his take on the Prelude, it's not just a tune-up.
No way. He calls it activating performance mode. It basically chucks the hybrid idea and transforms the car into this Prelude GT.
A total monster. Like pure racetrack fantasy.
Right.
Pushing it way, way beyond anything Honda would likely build from the factory.
Okay, let's get into the details because they are pretty wild. The front end, completely different.
Totally restyled. Those one-piece LED headlights, they look sharper, angrier. And the DRLs, the daytime running lights, are integrated right in.
Plus, look at that hood. Vents everywhere. And the bumper is gone, replaced with this complex exposed carbon fiber setup.
With a massive lip spoiler, yeah. It looks like it's meant to generate serious downforce, all business.
Then you look at the side profile. The whole car is slammed, like right on the pavement.
Oh, yeah. And it's got this wide body kit, but it's integrated really smoothly. It doesn't look tacked on. It just makes the whole stance incredibly aggressive.
Compared to the stock car, it's night and day. The production one looks almost polite next to this thing.
And then the details. Those black alloy wheels, lightweight look.
And the lime green brake calipers peeking through. Classic performance car touch.
Right. Plus, more exposed carbon fiber for the side sills, the mirror caps. It all adds up.
There's even that little vent in the rear fender. Looks functional, whether it is or not. It adds to that track weapon vibe.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It suggests this isn't just about looks, it's about hypothetical performance.
Okay, but the rear end. This is where it goes full, like you said, fantasy mode.
Yeah, this is pure theater, very Hot Wheels, maybe Need for Speed kind of energy.
You've got this huge quad exhaust setup, 4 pipes, stuffed into this heavily reworked black diffuser.
Which immediately tells you this thing isn't running the quiet little hybrid system anymore. That screams power.
And you can't have a track monster without a wing, right?
Apparently not. There's a little spoiler on the roof. Subtle.
But then, bam! This gigantic U-shaped wing bolted to the tailgate.
It's huge. Almost looks like a handle you could use to pick the car up. Definitely makes a statement. Parking that would be fun.
And the inside. We only get a peek, but it matches the outside intensity.
Yeah, crimson red leather everywhere, but with black inserts on the seats. Looks pretty plush but sporty.
Carbon fiber trim, obviously. Aluminum
Well,
petting.
the ultimate hardcore touch.
Yeah.
Exposed carbon fiber seat backs for the front seats.
Right. Like they're literally saving every possible ounce for the track in this digital dream. Comfort, not the priority here.
It perfectly highlights the difference, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The production car versus the performance fantasy.
So let's sum this up. We have the real 2026 Prelude Hybrid. It's doing incredibly well, smashing sales targets, likely because it's efficient, carries a nostalgic name, and fills a gap.
Success story. By the numbers. Understated, practical success.
Then we have the digital Prelude GT. Aggressive, loud, dripping in carbon fiber, built purely for imagined speed and track days. Total fantasy.
So what's the takeaway here? What does it all mean?
Oh.
I think the sales success proves definitively that people wanted the Prelude name back. They wanted a stylish, compact Honda coupe. The market was ready.
Okay, that seems clear.
But the sheer excitement and detail poured into these virtual GT concepts, that points to something else. A hunger, maybe, for something more aggressive, something Honda isn't currently offering.
Like the market is saying, thanks for the hybrid, we'll buy it, but man, we'd really love that GT version you're not making.
Exactly. It raises a really interesting question, not just for Honda, but maybe for the whole industry.
Which is?
If this relatively tame, efficiency-focused hybrid pulled in, let's say, 2,400 orders right out of the gate, what would happen if Honda did offer something hotter?
Even just a Prelude Psi or something, a moderately tuned version, maybe borrowing some of that GT style.
Right. What would those sales numbers look like?
Right.
Are manufacturers maybe underestimating just how much appetite there still is globally for exciting, maybe even slightly exotic performance coupes right now?
That's a good question. Something for you to think about as you watch those Prelude sales figures keep climbing, probably well past that initial 2,400. Is Honda leaving performance potential on the table?